It's live performance night on Mixing Night, featuring musical artist Coburn. Coburn performs 3 songs live in studio, and we talk touring, in-ear monitoring, booking agents, using a DAW live, and more. Philip Diox shows you how to use your iPhone microphone as your main recording mic. Ken gives a vocal masterclass showing how to set up a vocal recording chain, then dial in the perfect headphone mix. And Ken unlocks the pro features of Cascade, the next generation delay from Mixing Night Audio. Marcus Manderson brings you the best free plugins. Front of house engineer Eric Chansey presents the live sound checklist. We're giving away 2 one-year subscriptions to Session Studio and 2 GreenHAAS plugins from Mixing Night Audio. Coburn starts and ends the show. Her closer is an unreleased epic called My Darling Nightmare. You do not want to miss. Jump on the chat roll. We're live. It's Mixing Night. Epic called My Darling Nightmare. You do not want to miss.
You're live.
Welcome to Mixing Night. I'm your host, Ken Lewis.
Close out your Safari.
Oh, close out my Safari. Welcome to Mixing Night. I'm your host, Ken Lewis. I spent a year on and off helping to write and produce an album for an incredible young heavy rock artist. I am very proud of the music that we made. She is purpose-built for the music industry. Follow her early so that you can tell your friends that you found her first. And here tonight to sing her new single, Reclaimed, dropping April 15th, this is Coburn.
I'm hearing your voice like 10 times in my ears right now. Extra Kens, extra fun.
How about?
That seems better. Okay.
Red. How about?
Oh wait, no. There's still you in my ears. There's extra Kens.
Okay.
And now I hear me.
Red. How about?
Oh wait, no. There's still you in my ears. There's extra Kens. Hi, chat. And now I hear me.
How about?
Oh wait, no. There's still you in my ears. Oh, but there's 20 more now.
Sorry, folks, we're kind of locked.
It's all the voices in my head, but they've actually actualized now.
I think Nolan fired up the fog machine too much. I don't. We have no idea what's happening, but something's looping. Jonathan, you want to jump in and?
Am I able to get looped in here?
Yes, sir. The joys of live broadcast.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
That would be the ultimate challenge. Is can you sing the new? Can I sing the new song while there's 20 of me leaving at the same time in different sections? We're starting around.
You know, we're just showing off Cascade, and we didn't tell you. We're like, she's gonna love this effect. She will be like, oh, I can sing through all of this.
Oh,
no
for
problem.
sure.
While we're
All
on
right.
our commercial break, I'm having Frederick's 90% chocolate.
Are you sponsored? No.
Yes,
That rock.
not yet.
No,
That rock
I'm
and
not
rollin'.
sponsored by Frederick's Chocolate.
I think
Mm.
it's better. I'm not hearing.
Let me just run it one bar real quick.
Yep. Yeah, it feels good. Okay, and we're back by the earlier bar? Yes. All right, thank you.
The whole intro one more time. Such a clusterfuck.
That's how we know it's live. Hey, that's why it's not AI. AI couldn't do that shit.
AI couldn't fuck up this badly.
Wait, am I allowed to cuss on here? I forgot. Okay, fuck yeah.
Goddamn. Okay. Welcome to Mixing Night. I'm your host, Ken Lewis. I spent a year on and off helping to write and produce an album for an incredible heavy rock artist. I am very proud of the music that we made. She is purpose-built for the music industry. Follow her early so that you can tell your friends you found her first. And here tonight to sing her new single, Reclaimed, dropping April 15th, this is Coburn.
I think of you every day. I went and threw that away. I hope one day your heart can be reclaimed.
Tastes like the finest champagne. Diamonds on the side of your brain. Ran away to islands in Spain, straight out of a movie. Put me on a canvas in paint. Show me off, we're in a parade. Opening your jugular vein, taking in your body. It feels like cupcakes, gold flakes. First date at a fancy place. Heartbreak, sorbet. How did I let you slip away? I think of you every day. I went and threw that away. I hope one day your heart can be reclaimed. I'll show you how much I've changed. I know you felt so betrayed. I wasn't ready, but I can be reclaimed. Woo! Yeah. Didn't know how hard I would fall. Paralyzed, I put up my wall. None of this was ever your fault, and I regret it daily. I began to push you away. Anxiety I had to escape. Letting you go was a mistake. $1 million baby, it feels like cupcakes, gold flakes. Waking up, you're not on my face. Heartbreak, sorbet. How did I let you slip away? I think of you every day. I went and threw that away. I hope one day your heart can be reclaimed. I'll show you how much I've changed. I know you felt so betrayed. I wasn't ready, but I can be reclaimed. I can be reclaimed. You proudly held my hand and showed me off into the world. I didn't understand my feelings for another girl. I've got to get you back. You're so much more than I deserve. I'd crawl on broken glass if I could not do. What do all the hurts? I think of you every day. I went and threw that away. I hope one day your heart can be reclaimed. I'll show you how much I've changed. I know you felt so betrayed. I wasn't ready, but I can be
Hey, control room guys, should I leave my headphones on or can I go back to speakers?
Hi, chat.
Use her microphone, and then you can open the speakers, or you can disengage the microphone. That is the only thing.
No, I'll leave both mics open, and we'll keep headphones on.
Hi, Sebastian. That's my friend
Oh,
Sebastian. He's amazing.
look at the chat roll popping right now. Dr. Zippy. Who else we got? We got JLS Cray, Johnny Freeze, Ben Kruger. What's up, Ben?
Hi, Ben.
Music by Ian. He's in Scotland. We hung out with him at a castle when we were in Scotland together. Such a fun day. Seamus Cranley. Who else we got here? Kev J. What's going on, Kev J? Astro Joey, Silvano, Ben Ellery. Ben Ellery's an OG. Who else we got here? I can't read them all.
It's a party.
Eric Iverson. Oh, I have such bad news, Eric Iverson. There is no Papa Shot Elite machine within 2 hours drive of me, and I can't practice or compete. So he found a national Papa Shot competition, and I was going to enter it.
Wait, is that the basketball thing?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'm freakishly good at Papa Shot. I am absolute trash on a regular court,
I
but
have
from
to see
6
this in
feet,
person.
oh my
I
God,
need to
come
experience
down to
this.
Pinball Garage anytime.
I will.
I hold all
That's like your second home now.
I know. I reign
You
supreme
should
there.
do a
It's the
mixing
only
night from
place.
there one night.
Oh, that would be fun. some of my friends would get me. Thank you. That was fucking. I love seeing you perform every single time. Everybody,
With a full band.
it will. Speaking of which, May 22nd, you are playing Columbus, Ohio at the Black Swan. Get your tickets now. Reclaimed is out April 15th. Do we have the pre-save in the description? And if we don't, can we get the pre-save in the description? It's also in.
We do.
Also, definitely everybody watching the restream, please go and pre-save either to Spotify or Apple or both Aaron Coburn's new single Reclaimed. That stuff helps independent artists tremendously. And I think I may bring up later in the show, I put together like a top 8 things that fans can very easily do to help independent artists. And it's so simple. So we'll go over that later. But, you know, I think we've known each other maybe 2.5 years by now.
Sounds about right.
Can you give everybody like a history of your career? How'd you get into music? How much touring have you done? And what are your goals now?
Yeah, so it started with my dad's acoustic guitar, but I won't go as far back as that. I'll just start when I'll go back to when I got shows. So I went through a few guitar mentors. Guitar was my first main instrument. And I found the right one after I'd been through a few. And he was big in the blues, and he started playing like solos and stuff. And I was like, show me that. What is that? That's amazing. And so he showed me his ways, and then he brought me to some of his open mics and open jam sessions, and I made all these friends, and they were all
like 60 years older than me and wiser than me, so I learned a lot. And I started putting together my own little projects from those jam sessions, and then got my own paid gigs locally, and then
so I started touring in Michigan before any other state, really, except home state. And then it kind of snowballed from there. And I was touring in the blues for, like you said, like half my life. So
Almost a decade touring the blues.
Yes.
You've been all over America and Canada.
yeah.
And then you decided, I think your last blues show was 2024?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think,
24? That sounds,
yeah.
sounds right. And I think it was in Michigan. It was it was Port Sanilac. I'm pretty sure that was the final show.
Yeah, we saw your second to last one down in Cincinnati. So you basically made the hard pivot. You were like, no more blues shows, only heavy rock. We did the album.
Yep.
George Lever was the main music producer. I produced all the vocals. And James Sanger is a producer on it as well.
Mike Mallion played the drums.
Mallion, you really put together an absolute dream team of people to make a first album with. I mean, Jesus.
I'm so proud of it. I'm proud of everyone that was involved. It seriously was a dream come true. And like the whole reason why I stopped playing the blues or like played that final show is I couldn't do both. As much as I tried to do both, I could not get an entire album done in a different genre while I was touring blues full time. So it was like, I need to make a decision right now, and that decision is I want to go where my soul is telling me to go.
So, new artist path. You're, what are you, 24 now?
Yes. 24.
Got it all ahead of you. I got my first gold record when I was 24.
That's amazing.
So, I just got my 116th.
Ooh!
So,
You need
yeah,
one of
that.
those little confetti poppers. Why don't I have one of those over here? I put that in my rider. Along with everything
So
else
that's in the
song.
rider. I just got my 115th for Philadelphia Freeway, and then I got my 116th. Actually, that was Mariah and Freeway, and then my 116th was Oh My for One Republic. And then Kanye Power just went 6 times platinum. So that keeps racking them up. If y'all don't know, me and Alvin Fields are the chipmunk voices on Power. That's me and Alvin Fields. Yes.
So cool.
So, okay, so now you're in a heavy rock direction. You've finished your album. You're 5 singles in now?
sounds about right. I think so. I think Reclaimed is going to be the 6th single.
Yeah. So you're waterfalling your singles. How far in between each single are you dropping?
It's about 4 to 6 weeks. So
Okay.
around a month between each one.
Is there any set pattern that tells you, like, this is performing better, I'm going to let this ride longer? Or is it just like a gut feeling of, I feel like releasing this on this day and that on that day?
Right now it's been based off of gut feeling. If a video or something does really well on a song, then I know, okay, maybe I should be releasing this sooner, or maybe this one should be next, or I want to start putting more feelers out for songs that aren't released yet, because some of my favorite artists do that. Like my favorite artist,
Mine too.
Artemis, does that. Like he'll tease 20 songs at a time, and then the ones that are like really doing well, he's like, ooh, okay, maybe I'll do that one, or maybe I'll wait a year and piss everyone off, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of artists that I really like do that too. I'll hear something from them and I'll just be like, what the fuck is that? And then I go and I'm like, oh, come on, you're only putting the chorus out right now. Okay, but then I'm interested, and every time I hear it, I'm tapped in and I'm following them, and, you know, and I'm waiting. So, you know, give me that fix. Before we get too much into the show, I want to give my community a little bit of a health update. Last month's show was the health show, and I told you guys that I was having cancer surgery March 26th. I have a little bit of skin cancer, kind of right in this area right here. My cancer and plastic surgery got canceled 2 days before surgery by my plastic surgeon. Canceled both surgeries. I'm rebooked for May 12th, so April and May mixing nights are on, baby. And my new date is May 12th. I should have Mohs surgery and plastics the same day if I even need it. Hopefully I won't. We'll see. If you missed last month, I have a small basal cell carcinoma. If you got to get a cancer, that's the one that you want to get. It grows really slowly. Nobody seems to be too alarmed. So should be 1 day of surgeries and recovery, and I should be done with it. But just so you guys kind of have an idea of what's going on. And a bunch of people have reached out and asked if I have like a GoFundMe or something like that. I don't. But what I did do is I set up a new Sound Better storefront. I don't know if you guys know what Sound Better is. It's kind of like a talent collective. I'm on it mostly as a mix engineer, and I also do consulting and song critiques and things like that. Sound Better just launched storefront. I'm going to show it to you later in the broadcast. My storefront now, I'm selling sprint mixes. So if you've ever wanted to try a sprint mix, you can grab them cheap now at my storefront. I think we have the link in the description for our storefront on Sound Better. I'm also selling song critiques and live one-on-one consulting. And if you need a pro mix, so get at me there. And if y'all want to help, that's how you can help. We're also selling our Mixing Night audio plugins through Sound Better now. So if you haven't checked out our Mixing Night audio plugins, same price on both sites, but you can scoop them up on Sound Better now too. Cascade, bitches! Ah! So yeah, I got Coburn totally hooked on Cascade. I've been getting it out to a bunch of educational institutions, you know, with audio programs, and the response back has been amazing, because I feel like it's the most like simple, easy to understand, but super powerful interface. And
Ducking feature.
And the ducking feature.
We love ducks.
We love ducks. Whack. What happened to my deep space move? Okay. Who else we got on the chat roll? We got Eduardo Dolores. We got Jamie Schmidt. I can't read that. Who else is popping here tonight? Siren. Is that ATL Siren popping in? Good to see you, man. Okay, back to you, Coburn. I would love for you to talk about like the nuts and bolts of touring.
Talk about the nuts. Sorry, that's all I heard.
Talk about the
I would love
nuts.
for you to talk about the nuts. All right, which ones?
Let's turn off your.
My reverb?
Let's turn off your reverb.
Too ambient.
I mean, it's for me. I love it, but I'm like, maybe everybody else doesn't.
This is how I hear my voice all the time in my head. It's just a bunch of reverb and delay.
Exactly.
Woo! Okay, we're in it now. We're back in the room.
We're back in it.
Left the I have left space.
Welcome back.
We're talking about nuts.
Talking about nuts. It's always got to be D's. Or D's Heggy Nuts. I could sponsor some Heggy Nuts, I gotta say. Nolan's family has Heggy Nuts.
Oh, those were the ones.
Those are the ones. Oh my God, they're so good. I love some D's Heggy Nuts. So good. I digress. In-ears.
Yes, in-ears.
What's the difference between playing with in-ears and playing with a wedge? What do you have to worry about? How do you set them up? Tell me all about them.
Yeah, so I'm rocking my Ultimate ears. I am sponsored, so I'm just gonna say that. But I do love them. I'm rocking my Ultimate ears right now. In-ears. Okay, hold on. Back up. When I was a blues artist, it was wedges all the time. Like the blues world, it's old school. Wedges, amps on stage. Your head's being blown off because there's so much stage volume. The sound man's yelling you to turn your amp down. You're like, I can't because I can't hear over the drums. Yeah. With in-ears, you don't have all of that. It's like, well, some people do it differently, but the way that my band does it is I have an X32 rack, which is like where I plug all of our inputs in, and then I run off of my phone or an iPad my own in-ears, so I can turn up like, okay, I want more of my voice, I want less guitar, or more guitar, less bass. And everyone else in the band has their own in-ear mixes, so they can do the same thing. Like they want less of me. I don't want to hear Erin anymore. I'm tired of her. They can turn me down. So in-ears gives us the capability to have our own worlds and hear everything that we need to hear. That's like super important for us to put on a good show, but also work together, be cohesive, without blowing our heads off on stage. So
control your volume. That's so important.
Yeah. Well, the thing is now, like with my band, the stage volume is just drums. And like with most like metal and rock bands right now, their stage volume is just drums because I run a quad Cortex. My bass player's on a quad Cortex. My other guitarist is on a quad Cortex. So the only thing you hear on stage is drums. That's it. So the sound man is having a great time.
You're literally feeding signal directly to him to the board,
and I hear
and
it all in here. Yeah. At some point, I would love to have live amps on stage again when, I have like a massive touring budget and I don't have to carry them and I'm playing big venues, but like the quad is awesome for that because it's just, you have it in your head and you're good to go. And I don't have to strain vocals. If I have my in-ear mix correct, which that's the thing, like it's not exactly a con, you just have to make sure you spend time on your in-ear mix and get it right, because if you don't have it right, you're going to have a horrible show. It's just like when you have a bad wedge mix, or like you don't hear your vocals in the wedge and the sound person is turning it up and it's just feeding back. So there's not really feedback in here, but you have to balance things out.
does each band member on stage have any control over their own headphones, or does everybody get the same
No, they
mix?
have control. So it depends on how many like transmitters and receivers you have. So I use the Sennheiser in-ear transmitter receiver set. But I have 4 separate in-ear mixes. So, and there's 4 people in my band. I had to count, like, wait, is there 4? There's 4 people in my band. That includes me. So we can each have our own in-ear mix. So yeah, it's very helpful.
And later on, I'm going to have you sit at the DAW and pull up your Logic session that you've created for your live show, and have everybody be able to see and hear what you're feeding to the headphones and how that might differ from what the audience is hearing and what you guys are adding to it.
Totally, yeah, because there's different things that that will be muted in what I'm practicing to. Like, for example, the drums in my session that I practice to will be muted when we're playing live. Same for the bass. Like, the only thing that's going to be live, like playing through my ears at least, is click, and then some synth patches and some background vocals, because my band doesn't sing. We need to bully them to sing. But other than that, like, everything else will be out of tracks, or off of the tracks.
Do you include any sound effects from the original recording, things like that?
Yes.
And those are just in the session timed?
Yeah. Those are stuck to the click. Those are in their own little production track, which I will send out through our track rack that I have built out as well. Lots of nerd stuff.
You have a MIDI track in Logic that triggers your quad Cortex.
Yes.
So that you just start your Logic at the beginning of your show, and it runs the entire show, and you don't stop it.
Yeah.
And the
I
whole
can.
time, you could, but you hope not to. And the whole time it's switching the quad Cortex.
Yes.
And so you never have to think about which pedals to stomp on. You never have to think about your levels. It's always, that's fascinating.
Yeah, I don't have
Wow.
to worry about like tap dancing while I'm also trying to sing. Because already, like the thing that got into my head before I started practicing this set, and I don't remember where I heard it and why my brain grabbed onto it, but it was someone had said, oh, this is someone else. When I sing and play guitar at the same time, it feels like I'm doing both at 50%. Versus when I just sing without a guitar, 100%, full into it. When I just play guitar without singing, 100% full into it. And then I got into my brain, and I'm like, oh, do I do that? Am I going to do that for this set list? And I think it's just a matter of getting comfortable with both and had this being the setup all the time. But that was something before I started learning the set that was just constantly playing in my brain. But that's just one thing I don't have to worry about is tap dancing on the quad, so I can really give 100% with this combination.
So glad you're playing guitar live because you're such a badass guitar player. And, and I think it's such a part of your persona that, and it adds so much of a dimension to your artistry and your vocals that,
I love it. I'm not the world's greatest guitar player, but I love it, and I think that shows.
So here's a tip for y'all at home. I am very, very far from the world's greatest guitar player. I am mediocre at best, but I have a great brain for a producer and a songwriter. And I write really good parts. And I have the ability to listen to a song and only play what's needed and nothing else. And if that's one single chink every 4 bars, that's all I'm gonna play. And I have played on more records than most guitar players I have ever met. And I'm mediocre at best. It is not about being a virtuoso. It is about coming up with the right parts that enhance the song and don't step on the artist.
Serving the song.
Serving the song. Boom.
That is great advice.
Indeed.
That is fire advice. I remember actually with Super Ugly, but I fought you on that. You were like, I think it needs a guitar solo, and I'm like, nope, not doing it, because I was kind of out of practice with solos. You're like, just humor me, and we looped that for like maybe 10 times, and it was like, yep, that's the one. You were right. You heard it.
I was like, yeah, you had to. You needed, especially on, like, Super Ugly was Coburn's first single. And I felt like, especially straight out the gate, you needed that identity as being like, okay, I'm also actually a pretty fucking fire guitar player as well as being a great singer. So I'm glad we did it. And then it almost got muted late in like the mix revision stage. And I was like, hey.
You had to stand up for it a second time.
Did you guys decide to get rid of it again? And you're like, oh, no, that was an accident. I was like, okay. Battle's over. Whew.
It was. It was accidentally muted.
It's not like you're not like Yngwie Malmsteen shit on it. You're just playing this really dope melodic solo on it that kind of takes me to a place and sets up the next section, and we go.
Yeah.
Exactly what you need.
Yeah. I'd much rather this is why I liked the blues and I still love it. Is you can say so much with so little. You can hang on one note, and like that one note can say so many things. Versus if I tried to play like I like that. I like listening to that sometimes, but just sometimes that one note is all you need to say a lot.
All right, side story. Avenged Sevenfold gave me a call like right before the pandemic, and it was like summer before the pandemic, and they were like, "We're starting our new album. We haven't even officially begun yet, and we really love your work on a bunch of other records that you've done, and we want to bring you out and just, spend a week with you and see what happens." And I was like, let's fucking go. So, I'm a fucking fan. So when Avenged called me, I was like, did that just happen? What the fuck? Oh. So we're working on this song that was supposed to be a duet song with a big fucking rapper and singer that I would have absolutely loved the combination. I digress. And Sinister Gates is putting down a guitar solo. And he's one of the best guitar players on planet Earth of all time, bar none. He's incredible. Not only is he incredible in like how fast and clean and melodic he can play, but he's so tasty all the time. It's just ridiculous. And he was playing all these like shred solos, and I just like kept pushing him in different directions, just like I do with you vocally. And I just kept getting him to like dumb it down. And he plays this one solo that's like, it sounds like, do you remember like the solo on the Beastie Boys, You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party? It was like the sloppiest, most like in the trash solo, but it was everything to that fucking song. And he plays the solo, and it's like a train wreck of the coolest notes you've ever heard strung together. And he stops, and I stop the DAW, and I'm like, that's it, we got it, that was fucking incredible. And he was like, delete that right now, that was terrible. I was like, hell, that was it, that was amazing. And then M Shadows runs in, the singer runs in from the live room, and he slams his arms into the door frame, and he's like, no, that was it, we got it, that was incredible. And I was like, oh, thank the gods. Because, you know, as a guitar player, you're so, like, you don't want to think that your sloppy as shit is the stuff that moves people. But people don't care what they're moved by. They just care that they're moved. And that solo is, I wish I could play for you now. That solo is fucking everything. It grew on him eventually. So once he kind of got, it was, man. But every bit as good as the Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right solo.
Sometimes you just have to get out of your head and like, that's like where listening to other perspectives actually does come in handy, when they're like, hey, take your head out of your butt. Just listen to it for a second.
I think you were really smart to seek high-level producers, especially to collaborate with early, because you're a sponge and you learn so much, and everything else you do moving forward gets better.
Yeah. Even my demos. I remember when I brought my original demos to George for this whole project. Like, there were a few of them. He was like, what's this? Like, yeah, we need to rewrite this. And now that I'm writing for the next album currently right now, while I'm also getting ready for this show May 22nd, I already feel like the demos are worlds better than what I had done for this project, which is exciting because I learned so much from you. I learned so much from George, from James, from Malian, and I'm excited to see that appearing in the new stuff too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
And I've told you this, but, you know, for guys like me and George and James and Malian, if they're anything like me, we love working with incredibly talented young artists who haven't broken yet or who are really early in their arc, because you don't have it figured out yet, and we can help you get there so much better than, you know, an artist who's already on album 6 and has done everything. Yeah. You know, you might not have much to add. It's just make sure you don't fuck it up and capture it and, you know, get the best performances. But in this situation, we could really craft an incredible album. That was so much fun.
The whole journey.
And you're closing the show tonight performing my favorite song of yours called My Darling Nightmare.
I wear my Pennywise socks.
Just wait till you guys hear the song. Just wait till you guys hear the song. It's incredible. You remember Riley Herman?
Yes! Oh, is Riley on right now?
Riley's on
Hi,
right
Riley.
now.
So talented.
She is. We just had Riley Herman here doing some production for a week, and we did a song together, and she's on the chat roll right now. And Coburn and Riley had brunch together.
Wonderful.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She's awesome. Her family's awesome. Yeah, shout out.
Salt of the earth, people. Oh, that is some good wine.
How's the wine?
Really good. Did I tell you that this is my last night of drinking?
I saw it on your story. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm starting a new medication for I have a pretty wicked autoimmune disease. And it's pretty manageable right now, but I'm starting a new medication to just supplement the stuff that I'm on. But it's like, you cannot drink, like, if you want one glass on a special occasion, yes, but no, like, casual, no, none of that. So I was like, all right, I'm going out in style tonight, so I got a bottle of Camus. So
is that fancy? I don't know why.
It's like $80 and worth it.
Nice.
It's like really velvety.
Just like money.
Yeah. Yeah, for those that don't know, Napa Valley wine is some of the best I would put Napa up against anybody in the entire
Is
world.
Napa in California?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
California wine throws down, and I have drank it all. Until tonight, now I'm done. Oh, what can you do? Who else we got on the chat roll? Quadig? PV, J-Rel, Josh S. What's up, Josh S? Good to see you. Faders Ups. Who else we got up here? Hessian 1. All right. Chat roll's popping tonight. I'm liking it. Let's see. I wanted to talk with you about in-ears. I think I'm going to go to the Eric Chansey live sound checklist section. Eric is a good friend of mine who does front of house locally, and he's got a great checklist for you. And then I'm going to move you to here, and you're going to show everybody your Logic live show and who gets what and who hears what in their headphones and how that translates live. So we're going to come back to that. Right now we're going to Eric Chansey and the live sound checklist.
Thanks, Ken. Hey, Mixing Night. This is Eric Chansey, and I want to take just a minute to talk to you about 3 pieces of information that you can send to your sound team that'll make your show, your gig, go a whole lot smoother. The first one is an input list. An input list includes all of the instruments, whether they're mono or stereo, your vocals, your playbacks, anything like that. Also include the names of your players and your vocalists in that list as well. The second piece of information that you can send ahead of time is the set list. Now, the set list is a list of all of the songs that you plan on playing, and that helps us program our consoles here with our snapshot recalls and get our show files done ahead of time so that we're all ready and prepared for that. Then the third piece of information to send to us is a playlist. If you have Spotify or Apple Music and your music's up there, you can send a playlist of all of your songs that are in the set list. Or if you don't have that, send an MP3, do a Dropbox of MP3s of your songs. And the purpose of that is so who's mixing your show can become familiar with your songs. Include information like who on your input list is going to do the lead singing and who's going to do the solos, like guitar solos, keyboard solos, those kinds of things. Include all of that information so the more prepared that we can be on this end, the smoother your rehearsals and your shows are going to go on your end. Thank you, Mixing Night. I hope this information was very helpful to you. If you want to connect with me further, I'm at Big Daddy Decibel on Instagram. And now back to you, Ken.
Live.
We are live.
Hey, oh yeah.
We are live.
This is your session.
All right, welcome. So what secrets am I showing them?
And just
I want you to pull
everything's
up one song and show them like all of the tracks in one song.
Okay. We'll do Super Ugly. Actually, Super Ugly is the largest one. We'll do Buku. Perfect. Okay, so this is, can they see my screen?
Yes, they should be able to see your screen.
Lovely. Okay, all right. Hi, this is my screen. This is the session before I organized it. Let me put that as a disclaimer. It is now organized, but this is the very unorganized version of the session. So this is where it started. This is what I have been practicing to and what I am building the main organized session from. So we'll start with, Buku, these are all of the original tracks from Buku. So I have guitars, bass, production. So production, for example, is what's going to be playing in the background or playing while we play live as a full band. So that's something that will be a track that will be playing live with us. Did you want me to like show them like what they actually, can I play it?
If you can, yeah.
Okay, let me see. Normally it's on my laptop. Your mouse is funky. All right, so. Oh, where are the headphones? This.
Yeah.
I'm just going in here blind. Okay. There it is. Okay, so. All right, so this is what would be playing behind the band. Can you guys hear that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sick. So it's like some minor percussion, some synth things, because I don't have a synth like player or keyboard player in my band, at least not yet. It's a 4-piece, so I have drums, I have bass, I have vocals and guitar, and then I have another guitar player. So we were going to do like a thing like what Northlane does, where the second guitar player also plays keys, but there's just not a ton of synth parts that would be realistic to play like live on stage and have all of that gear to lug around. So we are keeping them on tracks for now, but that is what's going to be behind us. So, you know, you have, I do have bass tracks and guitar tracks now, but those get muted when we actually go up on stage. So what would actually be in my in-ears, I would have this production track, I would have my guitars, I would have a little bit of bass, my vocals cranked up and click, and then some kick. And snare. So that's typically what I run in my ears. I don't mess with overheads too much, but that's just because they tend to fight with my vocals, and I'm not the best mixing engineer, so I'm not EQing things in my in-ears. I'm just mainly playing with volumes and getting the right levels. So, yeah. You have questions, or should I?
Let's see. Do we have questions?
It's a lot.
I want them to hear I want them to hear exactly what you would hear in your headphones. So mute everything that wouldn't be playing in your headphones actually live. And do you have any like count in, count out sections or clicks that just come in temporarily over like a drop section? How do you keep time over the drop sections?
Oh yeah, like My Darling Nightmare has some gnarly tempo changes. Okay, this is how you zoom on your mouse. Okay, so we'll go to My Darling Nightmare. Yeah. So this one, I can hear Mazzy chewing her bone.
Mazzy going to Bone Town.
She's going to Bone Town. Okay. All right, this one, synths. Cool. These tracks are frozen. Awesome. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this tempo map up here. Like, wait, can I zoom in? Ah, there it is. This is so different from my computer. All right, so this is a tempo map up here. My Darling Nightmare is very loose with the click. I know, like when we recorded it, I think Malian and George wanted it to be like breathable and have some breath and space within it, so that's why the click is kind of loosey goosey. But like in the end here, it's this whole build up. This is gradually increasing. But yeah, let's see. So I'm gonna solo.
And you can see at the very top center is where the tempo is. It's at 192 right now.
Yeah. So it changes. It kind of goes
then
back
it goes
and forth.
Back down to 190.
I'm gonna turn some of these.
Yeah, why don't you skip
on.
around and people can see if you you keep your eyes on the top. Now it's at 185.
Top here. You can see, so it does go up. Starts at 190.
And
goes
these
up
are all the
196,
same
back down
tempo
to 190.
changes from the recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these were tempo maps from the recording that you have now moved to the live performance.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So basically what would be in my in-ears for this, I would have bass and drums, but it wouldn't be these tracks. It would be the actual live bass and drums.
Right.
So these would be muted. It would just be background vocals, and then there's some light synths playing in that section, for example. And then I would also have the click, which the click is all the way up here. Like I said, I did organize this session, but this is not the organized session. So you have... So yeah, the click is super helpful. It's in 6/8 when I go to play. And also I'm not entirely sure if this imported correctly. So we're gonna see. We'll know that'll be like the real life example of if your click is not correct, you will mess up on stage.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out, but it was correct for Reclaimed. So like when I was playing Reclaimed up there, like the first song that I opened with, I had click in my ears, and I'm sure you guys didn't have click. They weren't hearing it, right? So you weren't hearing click, but I was hearing tet 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 tet, so I could keep time and know where the sections were and things like that. So
You were basically hearing this plus your bass and drums, right?
yes, I was hearing the bass and drums because I don't have my live band with me.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I practice too right now is the recorded bass and drums, like the stems from the actual session. Yeah.
Very cool.
And it helps when it's organized.
Do we have any questions for Coburn while she's got that session open?
Oh, Ben says yes, North Lane. North Lane is so good! I love it. What's on your to-do list? Is that referring to the song? We have a song called To-Do List.
What is on your to-do list?
Everything that's on the rider. Go listen to it. That's amazing. I don't see any questions, but if there's questions, I'm happy to answer.
Let me jump back
Yeah.
in. Careful of Mazzy going to Bone Town
Yes, I will put your headphones over here. Swapping.
Do you have any vocal cues baked into your headphone mix?
No, so that's something I actually am going to do. There's a couple things I want to be like, so that way I don't have to worry about it on stage where it's like chorus 2, 3, 4, and then in. Or even for songs that start immediately without any, like it's just click, but without any melodic things that can pick up the key on. I might have like a song D 2, 3, 4, or something like that.
Smart.
So I know, cool. Okay, there's my key.
That's
like in Pitch Perfect when they're like the acapella pipes, you know.
I didn't even think about setting up the key of the next song after the key of the current song you just finished playing is so ingrained in you.
Well, it's more like, for example, Reclaimed starts off immediately. I'm playing da 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 and singing immediately, like as soon as that comes in. Versus songs like, trying to think, like Super Ugly, I don't come in until later.
Right. So
when
your ear has a
sing it.
chance to
Exactly.
acclimate. But the Reclaimed, you're right in there. So
muscle memory, I could get close if I didn't have any cues or pitch pipes. It'd probably be okay, but you know, I'm a perfectionist, so.
so you put a tone and a click, just at the very top, to center your new
That's what
key.
I will. Yes. That's not in that session currently. There are still some things. Like I said, I wanted to organize the session. I did that. It's organized now. Now I just need to go back in and add some of the cues. And actually, my guitar player, this is kind of interesting. My other guitarist, he broke down some of the stems because George had sent like just like a combination of a lot of the things, like how like stems normally are. But it made it tricky to separate like bass production things from synth production things when I want to send those separately to front of house.
Right.
So we basically recreated all of those tracks. And so that's what my guitar player Sam did. And then he also sent me all of his guitar parts recorded so I can pan that to one side, pan my guitar to the other side while I practice, and hear how those two tones work together and what that's going to be like live.
Nice.
So, and then we're also, like, there's a whole process of me learning how to make guitar tones that don't get in the way of the vocal, and I'm still working on that because on different
Can you unmute the
systems.
800 on the Viper?
Oh, do I need the yell? On different systems, it's going to be like different. So.
Okay.
There's the whole running to-do list of things to prepare for shows, and I'm almost the only person that's doing the tech stuff, but luckily my other guitar player is helping, which is nice.
Well, it's an incredible experience so early on. Just being able to know every facet of what needs to be done.
Most lead singers don't know how to, don't take it upon themselves to do that stuff. I want it to be different and helpful.
What else did I want to cover? Using a DAW live. I think. Can we go to our? Do you guys have Philip Diox?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll queue up Philip Diox in a second. If anybody's got questions for Coburn, fire away. Josh S. has a question for Coburn. This one is crucial.
What's up?
Josh S. asks, Coburn, how are your chickens?
Oh, I don't have chickens anymore. I'm really sad. But guess what? Tomorrow? Wait, is tomorrow Thursday? Is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Tomorrow, my mom's friend has chickens, and we're gonna go over, and I'm gonna meet them. I'm so excited. I literally am about to shed tears. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
pretty
you're
cool.
gonna bring us some eggs?
If I become really good friends with them, then maybe. Matt says she wants chicken.
Listen, woman.
Aww.
Lay down.
Hi, Matt.
She is inconsolable. When she wants them, now she wants out. She's not gonna stop, and I'm just gonna let her bark for a while because it's really comical. So she can be our entertainment for a hot moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The fingers on the bead. What's up, Marcus Manderson on the chat roll? Astra Queen, what's going on? Oh man. Silvano Wavis asks, "Hey Ken, this is a similar method to playback engineering." I think that's in reference to your live.
Yeah,
how
playback.
you-
I guess I think it's considered playback engineering. Just playback like tracks and stuff, which most bands do nowadays.
yeah, it's making the. I see it as taking as much burden off of the sound guy and the band as possible, making
it
it.
still puts a huge burden on them. Because like essentially what I'm gonna be doing is I'm taking the like synth tracks, for example, those come out of an interface and those go into my X32 rack, my S32, which goes into my X32. But actually, it goes into a splitter snake, and then the splitter snake splits it to go into the S32, which goes into the X32, and then the other split goes to front of house. But anyway, that's what we're running. I've been building that all week. But yeah, so basically that synth, those tracks that are in my laptop, like what I had just soloed there, that will be sending, those will be sent out to front of house and to our in-ears. So basically, it's not making their life much easier. It's going to be, there's not much of a difference as if we had a keyboard player and they were sending their stuff up to front of house. I'm just sending a invisible keyboard player up to front of house, but the sound is still there.
Gotcha.
So
Makes
it's
sense.
yeah, not as easy, but the in-ears make it easy because they don't have to worry about mixing our in-ears. They can just worry about front of house. Yeah.
Ben Ellery asks, "Hey Coburn, what made you pick extended range guitars?"
More options. I liked them.
Playing the Strandbergs.
I've been playing Strandbergs. Oh gosh, I really want to figure out the exact day on when I got my first Strandberg. I cannot put my finger on it. It was maybe like 2019, because I feel like it's whenever the last NAMM was, like that, or not.
A-string custom for you, or what model is that?
No, this is their NX. It's part of the new NX series. It's awesome. It's not custom though, but we've been maybe talking about it. Maybe. So I'm still doing a lot of figuring out and playing around, especially with the new stuff that I'm writing as well, and kind of playing a lot with slide. So actually, the slide ring I
That is
brought,
really cool.
because Super Ugly, we did the guitar solo on a whammy bar.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring another guitar on tour. I just want to have my 2 8-strings, so I have an 8-string and I have my backup 8-string. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to bring a 6-string for one guitar solo in an entire hour set. So I'm like, how can I make that whammy bar sound? It's like, oh, the slide ring, perfect. So it's pretty cool, but I have to change action and kind of figure out the sweet spot where I can still play normal guitar, but also switch to slide guitar and it doesn't like compromise things. So, but yeah, whenever the last NAMM was before the pandemic, that's, I think, when I found Strandberg. Pretty sure. So I think it's 2019.
Did you get your first 8-string?
Last year, I think? Yeah. I love it. I love it so much.
Was it? That wasn't the Gojira, was it?
What was it?
Was it? Who was the? I know you tried an 8-string from somebody. I can't.
Oh, no, I
remember.
had a Abasi. Yeah. I have an Abasi 8-string as well. I love both of my 8-strings so much. Yes.
Yeah, I have no 8-strings.
Get more strings. It's so fun.
I do have a baritone guitar though, which I'm rather
Baritones are
fond
sick.
of. Yeah,
I have a Gretsch baritone that I put an Evertune in. So it's like the same Gretsch that I think, what are they called? Loathe. That I think Loathe uses. I think it's the same Gretsch. But I put an Evertune in it. It's really cool. It's a beast.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think mine has a Bigsby. I'm not sure.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was gifted to me by
Have I played
a super
that?
cool friend. I don't know.
I would like to play that. You know what I'm really fascinated by? Is resonator guitars. I want to get my hand on a resonator. I played like one or two, they weren't mine, but like the ones with the metal tops, they sound kind of like Tenny. They're used in bluegrass and old blues a lot.
Yeah.
I've been taking a lot of, what's so funny is I ran away from the blues because I was like, oh, this is what everyone knows me for, they're never going to see me as something different, and then now I'm like, I did this harder rock metal album, and now I'm looking back and I'm going, I love these two things. I wonder if I could merge them or take inspiration from the older stuff now that I've had enough time away from it. You know what I mean?
Especially nowadays, you hear metal artists putting banjo and slide guitar and
Heavy
straight
is
up
not
country.
A chord progression. It's like it could be. It's a feeling, which is just
It really is.
About the blues.
It's a mentality
Yes.
and a feeling and how the whole song is presented.
Yes.
Not just how one.
Have you-
And I really love that those lines are getting broken down nowadays so well. So,
Have you heard of the band Dead Poet Society?
no.
So I think they're signed to Sumerian, which is like a metal label, but they're not metal. Like when I listen, they're kind of blues rock-ish, rock, alt. I don't know how to describe them. They're really freaking cool though, and they use a lot of kind of blues things, but they make it heavy, and it's so cool to see heavy existing in like not the copy-paste format, like how everyone. What's happening now where like metalcore is, it seems like everything is very copy paste right now. Not everything. There are some that are doing some really cool things, but yeah, I don't know.
Metal
Like,
is historically a pretty copy paste.
what was it?
I think metal historically is kind of a copy paste with a lot of the groups, and then you have the total fucking innovators that are just
That's
like
the thing, is
ones
like
that
you
last
get people
forever.
like Architects or like Gojira or Meshuggah, and then everyone goes, okay, cool, I'm gonna be like, it's good to have influences, and like I have influences. But exactly, it's like it's one thing when you're trying to be someone. It's another thing when you're trying to be yourself but take inspiration from someone. And like that's like a line that I always tried to walk. Like I never wanted to do covers because I was afraid that's like the only thing people would want from me versus my original stuff.
And that's why I worked you so hard vocally, because I wanted you to be able to find your own identity and be able to explore that and just look for it and be okay with making mistakes and be okay with like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah.
But being able to try and know that like if I fail miserably, that's just not going to make the comp. Let's try again, and my best version of myself is going to come out there somewhere.
You created the ultimate space for trying things. Like, if it wasn't for you, my vocals would not be where they are today. They would be somewhere else. And
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you, because I fucking love your vocals. Wait till you guys
Still
hear
learning.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted. I'm not My Darling Nightmare. One of those My Beautiful things. Just a complete side note. One of you are now sync agency artist roster mates. We just signed this new kid named Joe Fairwick out of Germany. Fuck me, he made the best fucking album. Oh my god,
I want to hear
I'm
this.
such a fan. Joe Fairwick.
Oh, and Oxford too.
There's
So
great noise brewing in Oxfloyd land. I can't talk about it, but I'll tell you later.
Oh, no, no. Insane. He's so
No,
good.
like
I love
Brent,
him.
like I got a text like an hour before the show.
Did
It
you?
was like, shit's going down.
We love that.
So yeah,
I've had his
he's-
single Oxygen on repeat this
Dude.
entire week, 2 weeks, 3
Fuck.
weeks, whenever it came out.
Yeah, if you guys aren't on to Oxfloyd,
So good.
just exactly how it sounds, Oxfloyd, one word.
XFLOYD.
His new single Oxygen is just ridiculous. All of his stuff is.
It's a movie. You close your eyes and you're there.
Yeah, his stuff is so cinematic. I love it. He's signed to our Magnetic Music, and my former production partner and still great friend and amazing producer Brent Colatalo produces Ox, and they've really created something super special there. I'm so stoked for them. What do you want, baby girl? What? Oh, Mazzie's scraping the doll. She does this to me at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. Oh my God. All right. Go in the yard. Be a dog.
She's like, I got things to do. I got a schedule.
I gotta
say hello
hunt.
to the squirrels.
I gotta hunt. There's squirrels and bunnies out there. You don't even know. A deer might walk through. You don't know.
Exactly. She's missing out.
We've seen everything here.
Yard FOMO.
Oh, yeah, this is great. Eric Iverson asks, hey, Ken, if I sample some of Coburn's music for a hip-hop record, will she clear the sample for a percentage of the master and pub? I think that could probably be arranged.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how that works, because I have a team of people that have Percentages. are
Everybody
nice,
would
but
have to
it's
sign
clear.
off
Yeah,
on
like
it.
what we do with
and-
my dad. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd work out a percentage and sometimes a fee.
Let's chat.
And yeah, and
That's
they
so cool.
sample what they want, and you can either approve it or deny it, and everybody works it out, and yeah.
That's so cool. I definitely want to hear that.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to see
wonder
like
which song
what
was
they, and I mean especially like the end of Super Ugly is so fucking sampleable. Oh my god. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I'm
the
excited for that
moment
part
the
live.
ending of Super Ugly drops, you're just like, what happened? What? The mood just changed. Like the entire room is it colder now? Is it just like you'll see. It's the end of the show. Let's go to. Are we ready for Phil Diox? Oh yeah.
That was exciting.
All right, so we're gonna go to Phil Diox did this segment on using your iPhone microphone as your main microphone wirelessly into Logic Audio.
Love that.
And he did a whole song with it, and it's really freaking dope.
see that.
So here's Philip Diox showing you how to use your iPhone with Logic as your main microphone.
Okay, so I got the phone on the desk, guitar right here, recording into the DAW. You're in a pinch and you need to track out a song, make some demos, have multiple tracks, and this is the only mic you have. You know what? Go for it. So to start off, your iPhone and your computer are going to have to be on the same Apple ID. Your Bluetooth will have to be enabled on both the computer and the iPhone. The computer will recognize that the iPhone is within range and automatically enable itself as an audio recording device. So how we're going to start is booting up Logic Pro. Open your project. You can go in to the recording device, the audio section, and change the input device to whatever your iPhone is. Mine's just Philip's iPhone microphone. Okay, let's take a listen while I do the vocal. You might recognize this from when Ken mixed it on mixing night. Well, a trick may work on the feeble mind. You can try real hard, but you'll never trick mine. I know a few things, I only know a few things. I can't count too good, but my fingers don't lie. 2 + 2 can't ever make 5. I just made a demo. If you're in a pinch and you need to track out a song, make some demos, have multiple tracks, and this is the only mic you have, you know what? Go for it. It's all about making music. And you know what? Maybe the artifacts that come from this wireless microphone process, it might add a little sauce to it. It's all about experimentation. So do with this what you will. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this little segment. My name is Philip Diox. That was an iPhone version of 2 + 2. Thank you to Ken and the whole team, and have a good mixing night.
Okay, we are back. Is that the wildest segment from Phil Diox? Just crazy.
You are not talking into your microphone.
We are back. That is the wildest segment from Philip Diox, who's down in Nashville getting things done right now. Good luck down there, Philip. So I'm going to take you guys through, I'm going to move you guys over to the outboard rack. I'm going to put Nolan behind the microphone. And I'm going to give you like a quick how to dial in a vocal. What are you looking for? What are you listening for? And I think, can we do this? I guess we can do this right here. Ah, yes. Where is my darn? Here it is. Okay. So you don't know how the hell to get a microphone up in your session, and first rule of thumb, never, ever, 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 ever check the microphone with the artist, ever. That's why Nolan is here, and I kicked Coburn out just to prove a point. I don't even want to check the mic with her because I want, anytime the artist is anywhere near the microphone, I want them to be in artist mode. I want them to be fully engaged and thinking like the moment they step behind there, they are ready to be the biggest version of themselves, not the microphone checker. That's the assistant's job. So, and I have a great one. So yeah, by the time the artist walks in, your headphone mix for that song should be dialed in absolutely perfectly. They should be able to put on the headphones, take one, and just like the number of times that at the end of take one, the artist has looked over to me and just been like, oh my God, this microphone sounds incredible. What did you do? And my thought is like, okay, the microphone is really good, but it's not the microphone that is causing that reaction. It's actually my plugin ALLCOMP. And everybody I show this to goes like, yeah, it's ALLCOMP. It really is. So the first thing I'm going to do is just undo all of the ALLCOMP settings. So we're kind of starting with a clean slate. When do I have room here? Yes. All right, I think I can do this. Yeah, we're over here now. So here's my mic preamp. I'm basically looking for Nolan to go from a whisper to a yell, and when he's yelling, I don't want this super pinning. I want it loud, but I don't want it like crushing. So give me a whisper to a yell, and let's just look at the meter on this.
Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3.
No deflection.
Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3. Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3.
Yell,
Testing
baby.
the mic, 1, 2, 3. Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
That's pretty good. Like a mic pre like this, it's got 8 big tubes and it's got a ton of headroom. We're only going way up here when he's really loud and sustained. I think this is going to be a good range. If he was too low, I would just bump him up. These are 5 dB increments, and then these are 1 dB increments. This mic pre actually has an impedance selector. So if I'm using the Viper for the show, then I'm going to be in 2400 impedance, which works best with the SD1. If I'm using the C800, I'm going to be in 300 ohms impedance, which works best with the C800. I'm going to put the high pass on so that I can get rid of room rumble. I would always use high pass unless I have just a really deep bass voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But if I don't, it's high pass, baby. So that's the mic pre. Then we're hitting compressor. This is a very Mu compressor. It's a Thermionic Culture, the Phoenix. And I've got, I don't know how much you can see, I've got medium attack, and I've got almost fastest release. I've got maybe, if 0's fastest, I've got it on 2. Enough threshold to pull back on the loud, but not enough threshold to touch the kind of soft to medium. So this is more of just a ceiling control box. You know, it's giving a little bit of tone and tonality, but for the most part, you're only getting that tonality when you really dig into it, and it's just pulling you back a bit. And then we're into the clariphonic. Sing a little bit in the clariphonic, and I'll show you what it's doing.
Testing the mic, 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 testing the mic. Oh yeah! Testing the mic.
Can you guys hear this thing getting super, super bright and then going back to normal? It's not getting dark, it's going back to being its regular old self.
Getting a little bright and then going back to its just normal old self.
So I even find, and people are asking me like, you brighten up a C800G? And I'm like, yeah, actually I do. And I almost never have to EQ in a mix ever. That top end just sits open and nice up there. I almost never even have to use air plugins. Sometimes I'll use the tilt levitate on ALLCOMP when I'm mixing if I need to open up a little bit more top end. But that's about it. And I've set this chain up so that it's going into my DAW at each piece of the chain. If I let it go only into that, is going into the DAW at a good. So if we bypassed everything else and only looked at the mic pre is at a good level, both loud and soft. It's not clipping, it's not disappearing. And then when the compression is added, the dynamic range is evened out a little bit going in, but not a lot. Then we switch after this is all done, courtesy to the Wolf Pro Patch. That's the whole reason I can use all my outboard again. I've got, let me just show you guys the Wolf software internally.
Oh.
Let's see, I don't know if I can find it quickly. But these are all my like routings that I can just really quickly and easily switch. Sure which one I'm using for it's probably this one I think I'm using for yeah.
We cannot hear you, Ken.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know you guys couldn't hear me. Sorry. So, yeah. Here's the Wolf Pro Patch. Everything here is going through individually through the Wolf, and then the Wolf is combining them all, and absolutely seamlessly. It sounds fantastic. And so I can combine, if I want to pull the compressor off or add the thermionic or add the GML after it, it's just a quick button push and it's right there, seamless, and with no pops and clicks and anything like that. So now we need to go set up your headphone mix, and we need to go from, on this song, a whisper to a scream, which is a super trick. So we have, talk to me?
Talking to you.
Okay, so you can see the level coming in right here.
There it is.
I'm going to push this up.
While I'm talking in, you can hear it changing a little bit, hopefully. Test.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I want you to whisper.
Welcome to Mixing Night.
Lamar, tonight we'll be making your vocals sound absolutely incredible. It's gonna be a great night. It already is. Ken's off to a great start. And Ken's hitting the foot pedal, and it's all sounding great. Jonathan, the whole team, JT, everybody's here.
Okay, so you see what I'm doing here. I've got a bit of compression dialed up here. I haven't added any limiting yet. But when he's whispering, I'm looking for just a little bit of deflection. Not much at all. But occasionally, I'm still hitting compression even when he's whispering, so that when you start digging in, you can see the gain reduction really starting to go. So start whispering and then just ramp it up slowly.
Just a little bit of deflection, and then as you get louder, you can see it start to go. Oh yeah! And now you can see it, just a little bit of deflection, and then you see it start to go. Oh, 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 yeah!
I love this guy so much. That is... Man, Nolan is salt of the earth. How's that sounding in the control room? So much yes. So you also see I've got him levitated a little bit, which rebalances the frequencies. So it thins out a little bit of the low end, and it opens up the air in your voice a little bit, just a little bit easier to hear, and makes the compression work a little bit smoother. And then I'm going to add a late stage limiter mash and finish this off. Let's try one more time to the music.
Testing. Ooh, so crisp. Listening to the beat. Oh yeah. Softly surrender. I don't know all of the words, but I know the melody. Na 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 na, deeper inside. Na 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 na. My darling nightmare.
I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good. I mean, are you able to hear the music fine and your vocals clearly? Everything sounding good for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's super comfortable.
And I think that the people at home are not hearing the click track. We're both getting the click track in our headphones, but
Can we confirm chat? Chat, do we have click?
Chat, answer us, chat. We know you're 20 seconds behind, but catch up.
It's like talking to a spaceman.
Kurt Codeine says about Nolan's voice, crazy range, can't lie. You're not wrong, Kurt Codeine, you're not wrong. Eric Iverson confirms, no click. Ben Ellery confirms, no click. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, no click.
Thank you, no click, people. Ben Ellery's chiming in. Hey, when is this end of Super Ugly Beat Challenge? So I'm just going to put this out there that I just spoke to Coburn about it, and she's like, let's fucking do it. But I think we need to figure out exactly how to serve it up. So maybe in May, if Coburn hasn't completely changed her mind, then maybe we'll do like a end of Super Ugly remix contest a la Mixing Night style. Back in, if y'all that are watching don't know how Mixing Night used to throw down in the OG days, we used to have beat contests every month, and they were the funnest things ever. But it was so much work for me. You cannot understand how much work it was. So I mean, there's a point where I just can't fucking do it all. So, yeah. But I have missed the beat contests, and I know a lot of you guys have missed the beat contests. They're super fun. The way that you guys would take, I used to cook up a royalty-free starter, feed it up to you guys and tell you guys, anything you want, just use the starter in some way. Any tempo, pitch, they could chop it, pitch it, whatever, they reverse it, doesn't matter. You just got to use it. And I would get back like jazz fusion and hip hop and country and EDM and all on the same thing. And it was like just the creativity was mind blowing. And it really shows you that there is absolutely no such thing as like the right way or the wrong way when you're talking creatively. There is only this creative person's interpretation and that creative person's interpretation, and how well do other people connect to and interpret this person's interpretation, and how well do other people connect and interpret to that person's. That's just art. And everybody, thank the gods, likes different art for different reasons and different music for different reasons. If everybody liked the same thing, what a boring place the world would be. That's pretty fucking fascinating right now, I gotta say. Yes.
I actually have a quick question about ALLCOMP and cutting vocals with it and setting up headphones.
Hit me.
So right now it sounds incredible. I know Coburn likes to hear a little bit more of her vocal in the mix as well. Mm-hmm. If the client were to ask for it to be a little bit more vocal down, would you adjust that from the output fader or from the fader of the channel itself?
You could do either. It really depends if, like when we were setting it earlier, as you were going, I was realizing that the soft was too compressed. So I was able to back off on the input fader and back off a little bit on the amount of starter compression, because in reality your whisper soft was louder than your super whisper soft when, so that's just knowing what the song needs, and if it's like my compression levels are working really well for me right now, that's just an output fader. But if you're like, I'm over compressed right now and it's pulling back too much when I'm super loud, so sometimes that answer is not turn it up. Sometimes that answer is like a lower compression ratio or a lower threshold ratio or a higher threshold ratio, so you're not compressing quite so much. And finding that sweet spot between making sure that the vocalist can hear every single word in their headphones from whisper to scream, and they're not losing themselves when they're too quiet, and they're not blowing out their hearing when they're too loud. That's how I have this two-stage compression set up with ALLCOMP. And there's a preset for it. It's called Ken's Headphones. Super creative.
And this isn't what gets printed as the final take. This is just for that.
No, this is simply for monitoring.
Yeah.
So this vocalist is only hearing through this. This is not being committed to the final recording. This is only a squeeze so that the vocalist can work the mic dynamically in a way that they have never been able to do before. And because imagine like being in a recording or rehearsal room with a full band and a PA. As a vocalist, you're constantly having to compete with the volume of the room and the PA. And you can never, if you get too quiet, if you even get a little quiet, nobody can hear you, not even you. So this is kind of having like the best in-ears and great compression set up, and you'll have the ability to just dial in the emotion and dynamics of your performance in a way that you've never been able to before, because you can hear every single little nuance in your voice as an artist, and you can work the microphone as an artist in ways that you have never been able to do before. That's really the power of the way that I set up ALLCOMP with the Ken's headphone setup. And it's really two-stage compression, a compressor and a limiter, and just finding those two balances in a way that you're not, you're reducing the dynamic range as musically as possible. It's not perfect, but it beats the hell out of blowing your hearing out or losing yourself completely in the performance, and that's the trade-off. So this is how I set up headphones every time. But I also, if the song is not as dynamic, I won't set up as dynamic a headphone chain either. It'll be less dynamic and it'll be less squashed, and the vocalist will have a range of motion within a certain range that still keeps them on top without, being super compressed. Let's see. What else did we need to know about that young Jedi, Nolan? Dun, 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 dun. Do we have any questions from the...
Seeing a lot of praise for Ken's headphone plugin. Or the preset.
Oh, great. That's super dope. Hotefinger says the beat battles were legendary. I agree, dude. Maybe we'll get back to them. I've been wanting to. Eric Iverson says, I won a few beat battles. Yeah, you fucking did, because your beats are smoking fucking hot. Man, I'm thinking through my head, like, all of these people that I'm seeing right now and some of their beat styles and their, like, how MBI makes music and how Ben Ellery makes music. It's fascinating. My head is, like, spinning at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. DeFingo's on the beat, of course, is like, he's got such a distinctive style. All right. I'm talking to Coburn. We're doing it next month. May, we're going to do we'll figure out something for you guys that Coburn approves and everybody approves. So, beat challenge in May. So you did it. You wore me out. You talked me into it. Okay. I need to go next to the Sound Better storefront. So I think I'm done with you, young Jedi.
Cool.
Sound Better storefront. Cool. All right, so I want to show you guys the back end first. Actually, let me show you the storefront itself. So here's, if you're not on SoundBetter, if you don't know what SoundBetter is kind of like a talent aggregator. Do I need to keep my headphones on? I don't think I do. There you go. Thank you, sir. You know, I really dislike headphones. It's always been a thing. I love speakers, though. You know, Sound Better is like a talent aggregator. I set up my services as a mix engineer here. People hire me to mix for them on Sound Better all the time. I also do like one-on-one live consulting sessions, which you can book right here. And you can book, I do these things called SoundChecks, which are detailed written song critiques. So one song critique is $150. You can read my verified reviews right here to see how much people love my song critiques and my mixes, by the way. Hey. You know, like I said earlier, some people were asking about GoFundMe page. Don't got one. But I want to offer some real value to people so that if, you know, maybe it works out to be a great exchange. We are selling our Mixing Night audio plugins through this. If you guys haven't tried the Mixing Night audio plugins, I think we're giving away 2 copies of GreenHAAS tonight. I don't know if anybody's won anything yet tonight, but we're giving away 2 copies of Session Studio, and we're giving away 2 copies of GreenHAAS tonight. Session Studio is the software that both me and Coburn used to actually, we used it for her entire project to keep like all of her lyrics together, all of the rights together, and most importantly, all of the different audio versions. Like at the end of every session every day, we would upload the final audio of the day up to Session Studio, and we would have an archive of like, this is where we left off. Super, super valuable workflow for us. Yeah, I really highly recommend Session Studio. So I've been a fan. But our own plugins, Cascade is our new delay. I'm about to give you a masterclass on Cascade. I've been giving Cascade out to a lot of like colleges and universities. It is just the easiest teaching tool on planet Earth, and it's me and Dominic designed all the audio on that thing. You know we crushed that shit. When Dominic came to me and asked me if I wanted to do a delay plugin, I was like, aren't there like 40 delays out there? And he's like, yeah, but nobody's done it right yet. And I was like, all right, before I go any further, let me just do some research. And I went and I looked at every delay GUI that I could possibly find. And I was like, somebody has to have nailed this. Somebody has to have done this perfect for my brain. No. None of them. Not a single one. So I was like, okay, there's room here to really crush this. And our job with Cascade was to make both the easiest plugin to use straight out the box and the
Let's take this lead vocal from boring to
for professionals. So where's my storefront there? Come on, back to the storefront. So I think, you know, mission accomplished there. If you haven't tried Cascade yet, man, we did it. ALLCOMP, I was just showing you guys ALLCOMP. You know, I think some pros have plugin lines that maybe they don't use themselves, or maybe they didn't really design themselves, or it was like a suggest. No, me and Dominic designed this shit from the ground up to be exactly what we want for our own workflows. The things that we saw, like, you know, we keep doing these things and it's just the process could be so much better. We've had so many of these conversations of the process could be so much better if, and then we started building the plugins to solve all of those processes and make our creative lives so much happier. I'm so much happier. Sprint mixing, hey, try it out. Here, right here. Philip Diox 2x2, 2+2, sorry, Philip. Philip Diox 2+2. Now, if you've never mixed anything in your entire life and you want to learn how to mix, start with levels 1 through 3. I promise you by level 3, you'll be like, I'm learning this mixing stuff. I can do this. Levels 4 through 6 are going to start challenging you more like a good hobbyist up to pro. If you're doing level 6, which is 30 stems, 10 minutes, 30 mix stems, randomized volumes, all faders down. You have 10 minutes to make it the best rough mix you can possibly make. If you're on level 6 making great rough mixes almost every time, then you know you're challenging me, and I'm ready to throw down. Bring it. Bring it. Come on. Bring it. I see you. I see you. Bring it. Try the sprint mixes. They're super, super fun. So there's the Sound Better store. And here's the back end of the Sound Better store. So as a creative, you get all of these. It's kind of like a Shopify store. If you want to sell like sound packs or consulting or mixing or what kind of other things do they have? I don't know if they have a store builder. Sample packs, sound checks, services, plugins, digital downloads, top lines, video, about, you see all of these things. You can design your own kind of custom page. You can get it to look however you want it to look. And you can sell your own product and your own services right here. So that's what I'm doing. I've been pretty happy on Sound Better so far, and I've been on it maybe two years now. Great service, works really well for me. So I encourage you guys to check it out. Let's see, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the moon landing, but oh my God, not the moon landing, the moon orbiter, Artemis. I put together a 1 minute, video of the pictures of Artemis. You guys can start running it, and I'll just talk about. So I distinctly remember being in second grade and obsessively wanting to be an astronaut. Neil Armstrong is from Ohio. Is it Neil Armstrong? Yeah. There's just a rich history. NASA's in Cleveland. I just really remember wanting to be an astronaut. I remember watching one of the moon landings on our little black and white cathode ray tube television with the bunny ears when I was a little kid. Have always just been super, super fascinated with space. So the fact that NASA is going back to the moon, this is just the warm-up mission. But the pictures, especially from the dark side of the moon, are just spectacular. And just getting to see the moon close up in angles and ways that we haven't seen it before with this is just really inspires me and gives me chills and goosebumps checking it out. It's really, I love it. So I'm a super duper space nerd. I don't know if you guys are, but I certainly am. Let's go to Marcus Manderson, Mixing Night Man of Mystery. Let me know when you guys got that queued up.
What's good, Mixing Night family? This is Marcus Manderson, Mixing Night Man of Mystery, back with another Mixing Night Man of Mystery moment. In this Mixing Night Man of Mystery moment, some free plugins and some other bonuses. But let's get right into it because we have a lot to get through. First, we're going to start with Kern, which has a free spectral mono compatibility analyzer. Definitely check that out. Then we have Sonic Horror, the Liquid Trail plugin that is available for free for a limited time. So definitely check that out. Then we have UVA Spark Verb. It's a giveaway from KVR, also limited time. Then we have Ultramaster. This is a Juno emulation from the K-Rock team, so definitely check out the Ultramaster KR106. Then we have the Temecula DSP MDV2, which is a studio workhorse that defined affordable digital effects. This is a digital effects processor, all for free. Then we have Dynamic Echo, which is a free echo from the Sash Art. I don't know exactly how to say it, but that's a free echo you can check out. We also have a vintage analog delay from Overloud Audio. We also have the Chord Analyzer from Dusk Audio, a free chord analyzer. We have a free Ensoniq emulation from Sojuice Records, so check that out. Then we have Plural, which is a free audio pitch step sequencer, so check that out. That's from Urban Kits. Then we have MIDI Effects, a DAW plugin manager, so we can take control of our plugin library from the MIDI Effects team. Then we have the Cornef, a free power grid disruptor, free for a limited time, so definitely check that out. It has some great sound design elements in there and effects built in. And then we have Wide Blue Sound that has the Tracer Oscilloscope, a free beat synced oscilloscope plugin. Definitely check that out for a limited time. That is for free, so check that out. Next, some music stuff. The gospel's been doing really well in the sync space for me. There's some libraries that focus on the faith-based music in the sync space. I have 3 albums. The most recent one just came out this last week, and one of those, the one I did for Thanksgiving, was nominated for a Grammy Award. I had 3 Grammy nominations, which is the DC version of the Grammy Awards. The last weekend, I had the honor of attending the award show with the family and hanging out, so that was a great celebration of music. And then South by Southwest happened over the last month. I had incredible panels, including this one featuring music supervisors and people in the trailer space, so definitely check out the recording, which will be available in a couple of weeks. I also got to hang out with Danger, being a producer in Virginia, just being inspired by producers from Virginia, such as Danger. Got to spend a day with him in the studio and attend one of the showcases for a lot of his artists that he was having on stage, so shout out to Danger, and stay tuned for some more work. Also, this coming weekend, I have music that will be featured on the upcoming season of Temptation Island that will be dropping on April 10th, including the trailerized theme song is what I created for the show, and some music with Level Up that we created at some camps last year, so that will be featured on this coming season. We have a lot of music, so definitely tune in to Temptation Island. And then this Friday and Saturday in Atlanta, Sync Spotlight, the largest sync conference in Atlanta. I'm blessed to be the manager of it. As a special bonus gift for free for all of you here in this community, I'm giving you all free virtual tickets to attend. If you are in Atlanta, I can also give you a discount, but free virtual tickets to attend. There's going to be some great music supervisors, some great panels. Ken was a panelist last year, so thank you to Ken Lewis for being Sync Spotlight alum as well. I will include all the links shared in this segment in the plugin list, including how you can get a discount and get that free ticket. So shoot me a DM if you want access to the free virtual ticket. This has been Marcus Manderson, Mixing Night Man Mystery, with another Mixing Night Man Mystery moment. Be safe and be well, everyone. All right, peace.
I just now realized why we were getting that crazy ass feedback at the very beginning of the show. And it was because on my system, both Logic and Pro Tools were both open. And whenever that happens on my system, Logic gets these crazy, crazy feedback loops. So I didn't realize it until now, but that's basically what happened. And you just can't predict these things. If I had had Pro Tools closed, it would have gone off without a hitch. Of course it would have. That's just the way it is. So let's see if this segment goes off without a hitch. I wanted to show you guys some of the super pro functions of Cascade. I've been in the process of putting together like a complete how-to guide of every function of Cascade so that you guys can really dig in and easily understand every aspect of this thing. It's so powerful, but at the same time, it is so easy to use straight out the box. It's meant to be like super simple. Let me just show you what I'm talking. Let me stop talking, Ken. Shut the fuck up, Ken. Show him the plugin. Okay. This is a delay throw. I'm going to mute this. This is a song called Revolution that I recorded with a brilliant artist named Cassidy Ladden. Cassidy has the voice of God. She incredible. And I wrote this with another incredible vocalist named Kate Ellsworth and Brent Colatallo. Brent got some great news today. Congrats, Brent. Let's listen to this.
Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment everything every play. Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is up. Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is up. Treble and bass electrifying.
I love the way this thing sounds. So I've basically got this on a straight ping pong quarter note. The Ken's vocal filter, which is what I was always dialing in before I built Cascade. And wash is a reverb. And then usually when I'm doing quarter note ping pong on a lead vocal, I'll drop the formant by 2. 1, 2. And it sounds like the older sister of the vocalist in the delay tabs.
Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment everything I replace. Silence, broken voices.
And conversely, when I go up, my favorite zone is the +4, 5, 3, 4 on the up form, and it just has this sing quality to it that's really nice.
Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. Silence, broken.
And that formant doing its thing. Such a cool. So this is basically my, I would say, half of my vocal mixes. If it needs delay on the lead vocal, this is probably what I'm doing. Usually, whenever, if it sounds like shit, I abandon ship. But, typically a quarter note ping pong, normal. If you go to echo normal, you have either a mono delay or it will exactly delay whatever you have in stereo, right? And if you have a mono signal, it's going to give you a mono signal. If you have wide and you give it a mono signal, it's going to spread it out. So it's going to be a delay spreader, which is common to almost every delay, has a function like this in some way. So that's basically what it's doing. This is feeding out what you give it in as far as stereo or mono content, and this is, no matter what it is, it's spreading it out. And we have slap. We decided to go with no feedback so that it's simply whatever the delay time you have set is what you're going to get. One repeat, nothing else. And I find that's the easiest way to understand what slap is, and it's the fastest way to just dial in the dopest slap effect. If you have the ability to have all this feedback on here, you might have the perfect slap time dialed in, but all that feedback is clouding your judgment on it, and it's not giving you what this is supposed to be. Because if you want all that other stuff, you can just go to echo and free and pick your time that way and set your amount of feedback. So let me get into let's go back to sync, quarter note echo. When you get into some of the super horsepower functions of this, I wanted to show you what I'm doing on the horns. The horns are... I will find them eventually.
Now we come together.
This has an LFO that you can set up as a sidechain pumper, which is exactly what I'm doing here. So the way to set this up as a sidechain pumper is to go into free. I put it down to 1 millisecond, so it's basically a pass-through. Normal echo, again, so it's a pass-through. You can go to no feedback, again, so it's a pass-through. Mix fully wet. And then your LFO, I like the triangle because it's just like a sidechain pumper. It just rise, drop, rise, drop, rise, drop. And you set this is one bar, half bar, quarter notes, eighth notes, and then this is how deep the cut at, how deep the drop is. So we'll start with no drop. and eighth notes, just so you can really, I'm over showing you what this thing sounds like, and then I'll back it off to something musical. So do you hear at half intensity how it's just adding a little bit of push to your pad? So the way that I usually do this is like I'll set up like a quarter or a half or sometimes even a whole, and I won't drop it all the way unless I really want that full pump. But I'll set it up so that the beginning of the bar is like 3-5 dB lower than the end of the bar. And it just helps kind of sometimes with this momentum, you always feel like the song is always just pushing forward a little bit, and then it drops out and it leaves space for that big downbeat to hit again. And then your pad pushes forward again and announces itself towards the end of the bar, but doesn't get in the way of the beginning of the bar. Really fascinating. So let's hear what it sounds like in the mix.
Together all the words are staged, setting me to heed this calling, make a connection. We will never be the same, but will anything change?
This thing does some wild stuff. All right, I'm gonna leave it just half there and move on. I want to show you the Cascade function with this tambourine. The Cascade function, this was Dominic's idea, and I really didn't get it until we built it. And then I was like, okay, that's dope as fuck. So let me show you how dope this thing is. Cascade allows you to set the number of repeats. So boom. I'll let you hear. I just have a single tambourine hit. Okay, single tambourine hit. When I put Cascade on it, Cascade allows you to set the number of repeats, and then it allows you to set the slope of those repeats. And you do that with this volume area. So pink slider, you'll notice. So when both the pink slider and the blue slider are in the middle, boom, just like that. Then you have every repeat is at the same volume. Here, let's check it out. And you notice I have the mix on half and I've got it on an insert. So you're hearing the hit and 5 repeats, the hit and 12 repeats. If I want those repeats to decay over time, then I make the pink slider go left. So the pink slider on all of these functions equals change over time. So if you want the change over time, the volume of those repeats to decay, you would go pink left. If you want them to start where they are and increase, you go right. Say you wanted the first hit to be full volume, and then you wanted the repeats to creep up to that exact same volume and stop. So now I have the blue all the way left. So the repeat volume over time starts volume off. Whereas if I have the blue up the center, then the first repeat is at the same volume as the main hit. Okay. So while I'm on this, I want to drive home just that, the idea of the pink slider being effect over time. In that, so if I add heat over time to this, it's going to have no heat here on repeat 1, and then as repeat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 happens, it's going to add more. Let's hear it. So you hear how it's feeding heavier into that distortion as each repeat goes. That's the effect over time. If we had the blue all the way to the right and the pink all the way to the left, then the very first repeat is going to be the nastiest one that we just ended with, and it's going to fade out to a nice gentle no heat by the 12th. Can you believe this thing? Like, this thing is just the dopest. Ugh. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of what the pink sliders do and how to better utilize them. Just always consider the blue and pink sliders as process over time. And the blue is how it starts and the pink is how it decays. And then the slope determines, does it decay or go into that slope naturally, or, okay, so this is going to go from repeat being almost 0 to 12 being all the way up, and I'm going to turn the heat all the way down so that we don't have to deal with that. And let's hear this with just slope normal. Okay. Now let's put the slope all the way to the left, and you'll hear how the ramp up completely changes. Go to the right, and you'll have the complete opposite effect. Okay. Yeah, that slope is fascinating. You can use it for so many cool things. I really had no idea. Like a bunch of the stuff on this, I didn't know plugins could do this stuff, let alone a delay, let alone something that me and Dominic could build. So, man. The other thing that I want to show you guys is, I think from a functionality standpoint, you got a pretty good idea. I showed you the you know, the LFO, which is kind of a sidechain pumper. When I start showing you the randomizer, pay attention to the Foreman LFO, what it does. And what I'm going to do is loop the verse and only feed the verse through Cascade, and then just hit randomizer. Dominic proposed. Somebody in the community proposed randomizer. I feel like this was a community suggestion, and Dominic heard it and he was like, "We should try that." And I was like, "I don't get that." And he was like, "I think it's gonna be cool." And I trust Dominic's instincts. He's a smart motherfucker. So I was like, let's do it. So we built it, and it's my new favorite thing on earth. I use it almost every time I use Cascade because it's the fuck around and find out button. And the worst part about it is that we only have like one go back now. So when you find something really cool, you better either save it as a preset or stop your scrolling, or you're gonna lose it. But let me just go through this lead vocal and let you hear all of the different flavors of what this amazing thing can do with both short and long reverb times. Not reverb times, delay times, my apology. And you'll notice, very importantly, the things that you're mostly looking for, I find, are if the numbers are down here, it's going to be more of a like chorusing or flanging effect type of a thing, or like a short room type of a thing. If it's like eighth, quarter, half, 1, 2, it's going to be like a longer washy delay thing. Formants are going to change the pitch. LFO is going to give it sometimes some sort of either like a pumping tremolo effect sometimes. Let's just check it out. Let's find out.
Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment, everything, every place. Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment, everything, every place.
Through the door. That's really dark.
Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment, everything, every place. Silence, broken voices calling. Now we all join hands and the sky is ablaze. Treble and bass electrifying. In this moment, everything, every place. Silence, broken voices calling.
Shit, we gotta get Coburn back here for the end of the show. I'm so sorry. Coburn, get your ass back here. Sorry, I'm just having way too much fun. Having way too much fun. So, my apologies. See, it's my damn plugin, and I am just lost in the sauce. I cannot speak more highly about what we have built. There's a 14-day fully working free trial to all of our plugins. We design plugins that make you faster and more creative and make you have to think far less about the process. I think we absolutely smashed it with Cascade. Come on in. ALLCOMP should be obvious. Jump on in there. Let me fire up Logic and LFG.
Hello. I've been going to bed at like 8 p.m. so my body is like, why are we not asleep?
The whole time we're making Coburn's record, she's going to sleep at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. 9 was like a late night for her. Meanwhile, I'm just like...
Sleep, I tell you, I mean, I've learned this in my vocal courses and stuff. Sleep will affect your voice hardcore. If you're not getting sleep, the voice will not do things.
Okay, I'll let you guys launch that.
You can launch Pennywise on your stream deck. It'll say Penny.
What a fun statement.
Penny.
Penny.
So when we wrote this
Oh
song...
wait, are we doing My Another Nightmare?
Oh, no, you're doing Super Ugly first?
Am I doing that, or are we just doing
Time-wise? I can do them both if you want to.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm down.
Let's do them.
Okay.
What am I launching here?
It should be the most recent.
Coburn Show for SDA.
Yes, and then you might just need to switch the project alternative.
So when Coburn and I were, I'll just tell you this story because she's going to play it next, and I don't want to interrupt.
Did my headphones get turned
once
down?
she's in the flow. What's that?
Did my headphones get turned down?
They may.
I feel quiet.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Cool, thank you.
When we were writing My Darling Nightmare, which she'll close the show with, she's doing Super Ugly first, which was the first single. My Darling Nightmare's not out yet. Coburn comes in one day and she says, you know, I've been having this dream. I'm having this recurring dream about Pennywise the clown from It.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what you were telling me about the dream, but we just sat
Oh, you
there
remember.
and like,
You're just not saying it for...
you know, we talked about the dream for a while, and then you already had a chorus.
Yeah.
And you had like general ideas about the verses, and we just kind of went in.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were writing, and then when you did the vocal, I put up on the projection screen. I went to YouTube and Googled scariest scenes from Pennywise. And found like this 20-minute loop of like the scariest scenes from Pennywise, and we had that up the whole time that we were writing and recording. And it is my favorite song on the album and my favorite vocal performance on the album, of an album filled with my favorite vocal performances. So I'm excited for her to do it live for you guys tonight. But the first one she's doing is Super Ugly, which was the first single. Man, this song is super fantastic. So without further ado,
are we queued up for the MIDI changes to work? Is it
We
right
should
before?
be, yes.
We'll see if the quad is awake. Are you awake?
you awake,
Am
quad?
I awake? I'm awake. Noises.
I don't think my fog is working. It's all good. Here we go. This is Coburn, Super Ugly. Can take you a minute to get to the MIDI.
It's doing its thing. Maybe.
Now it's coming up. Coburn, Super Ugly.
There we go.
Picked on like a daisy. Problem child, where's my 12-foot body? Serve me vile, is the magic real like? Cuts and bruises cover up the bright side, proven useless. Give me legs like a skyscraper, scrape the clay, make a new layer. You could fix, you could solve all my problems, turn me into a monster, make me bizarre, dip me in dark ink, a dirty word, draw me repulsing, make me bizarre, dip me in deadly, my character. running, smelling like fresh meat. Blindly charming dogs closing in on me. Final mile, scale the skin, warp the bones, bring me to survival. Give me legs like a skyscraper, shape the clay, make a new layer. You could fix, you could solve all my problems, turn me into a monster. Make me bizarre, dip me in dark ink, a dirty word, draw me repulsing. Make me bizarre, dip me in deadly, my character, a wolf in wolf's clothing. Make my shape super ugly, super ugly, super ugly. Rearrange, super ugly, super ugly. Paint me strange. Yeah. I might help myself to a change I could try. Hunker down till I show off another side. Kick this happy, asking, am I right?
Of course I'm right.
I might help myself to a change I could try. Hunker down till I show off another side. Another side. Another side.
Lost in that headphone mix. Oh, that's so fun.
So the ending of that song is we're gonna do a remix contest with that if you're down for that.
Yes, I'm so down for that. I would love to hear that. Oh, have they heard the orchestral version or like the trailer guides version? That's what it is. They don't know.
No, they don't even know what's coming. But they will.
We love that.
Yeah. So next month. What's that? Oh.
They don't know, but they will. So next month, we are going to figure out the ending of Super Ugly. And we're going to do a beat challenge remix contest. Coburn's going to co-judge it with me.
I love that.
We're gonna have a blast. That's gonna be so much
I'm
fun.
so excited.
Now, last song to close the show, Coburn, My Darling Nightmare. Oh,
I want to put my guitar down for this one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How did I get this? Ears come off. There we go. Guitar on the floor. I love these in-ears so much. I love these in-ears. Okay. Use the vocal spray. Are you sponsored by this stuff yet?
I should be. Can you tell everybody what that is?
Yeah. This is the good stuff. It's Singer Spray?
Singer's Saving Grace.
You're the one that
You can get
introduced
on
me to it.
Amazon.
And I was like, I've never tried this before, and I like it. I don't know. I don't know if it does an actual thing, or if it's a placebo, but it helps.
It's a hug for your vocal cords. Everybody I've had use it goes like, oh, wow. Oh. It's just like the next 2 or 3 takes are just going to be better.
Yes. That and then using the nebulizer, too. My vocal coach, Emily, she's awesome. Huh? I will. There's so much to talk about. I don't need the slide ring anymore.
Let me change the lighting. So, this is my favorite Coburn song. A whole bunch of Coburn songs that I am a super fan of.
Sorry, I had the...
She's meowing.
What? I was doing the relaxation technique. Oh, we're setting the vibes. Yay!
All right, you ready?
No, hold on. Okay.
This is Coburn, My Darling Nightmare.
Softly surrender, meet me at the end of my rope on the edge of the night. Do you remember crawling over my skin, spinning silk so divine, draining my crimson pink to white? Drink me in deeply, velvet wine on your tongue, such a sweet sacrifice. My darling nightmare, can I kiss you? If I fall into you, I'll never fall down. My darling nightmare, can I resist you? I don't want to. Symbiont senses, with your invitation, can you bridge the divide? Energy endless, feel your insulation till the flight turns to fight. From under my bed to deeper inside, you're the fear I can't deny. My darling nightmare, will you kiss me? If I fall into you, I'll never fall down. My darling nightmare, will you resist me? If I fall in love with you, I might not be afraid. 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 I might not be afraid. Floating defenseless, no escape as I've taken my place by your side. Open my senses, masquerade as the prey while I sharpen the knives. Carnage and mayhem I crave tonight. You're my carnival ride. My darling nightmare, will you kiss me? If you fall into me, I'll never fall down. My darling nightmare, will you resist me? If I fall. You just might be afraid. How do you like your song when it's played on you? How do you like your song when it's played on you? Weapons down, I invite you and make a place for you to stay with me. How beautiful of a scar you fall into me, you'll never fall down. My darling nightmare, will you resist me if I fall?
Fucked up half of those words.
I didn't miss anything.
That's good.
I didn't catch any of that. I thought you nailed everything. God, I fucking love that song.
I love that song. It's really easy to get lost in.
It is so easy to get lost in. All right, everybody that is still with us, thank you so much for staying late. I don't know if I can get the chat roll back quickly. I don't know where it is. Where's the chat?
Sunshine. It has disappeared.
Everybody on the chat roll, thank you for hanging out late with us. Ken and Coburn. Please follow Coburn at Coburn Official. Pre-save Reclaimed, which is the next single, and listen to it. That helps us so much. You have no idea. Listen to the first 30 seconds. Save it to your pre-saves. Save it to your playlists. All of it, and share it with your friends. So,
Thank you.
thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Bye.
And we'll see you May 6th.
I told you I was going to struggle on those high notes. Oh.
I thought you could.